and welcome to Dice Voyeurs. This is our third episode in our series of post-con, Indy PopCon wrap-up reviews, or interviews. And today we are going to be looking at Adventure Scents. So a couple episodes ago, we brought you information about Epic Adventure Candle Company, which is all candles, woodwick candles. Adventure Scents offers beads, aroma beads, and you don't have to heat them. In fact, you're not supposed to apply any kind of heat to them, but you just open up the tin canister and you let the scent kind of, and they're strong enough that you don't have to have any kind of air source behind it to propel that. You can, but I feel like that would probably make the scent dissipate faster.
It's a very wide variety, and they sell a certain number of kits that are, we actually bought one of their kits that was specifically scents.
We bought the Super Sampler, which was 8 cents, I think.
I think so.
Was it 20?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't 20.
I think it was about
there was one for 20
7
cents.
or 8 different scents. And
no, we didn't buy the Super Sampler. The Super Sampler did have 20 of the sample packs. We bought the GM starter kit.
Yes.
And it had like 8, and so it has like Dank Dungeon, Arcane Forest, or is that an adventure? Gosh, I don't remember.
Both of them did something for water.
Waterdeep Harbor was the other one. We did some sort of pier, I think. We'll have the actual list of them when we actually review the items, but yeah, Dank Dungeon. The one that I remember was I tried the one that was called Italian Restaurant. And it was as the guy that was working the booth said, it's like somebody hit you with a garlic stick, and it's true. But I did want pizza after that. So.
But it is a really cool idea to be able to just open up this thing and give the olfactory sense, your sense of smell.
Yeah, you just set it on the table.
Additional thing, beyond just the music, the lighting, the minis. It's another thing to engage the senses to bring you deeper into a game.
I think one was called Field of Blood that we got.
Yeah.
I think I
Stable.
There was one that was like
smells like hay.
Yeah, there was one that we did not get, but it's called Wolf's Den, and it's got just a hint of like animal BO. It was kind of weird, but it was pretty cool. But we've actually, the other night, we tried to use a mixture of Epic Adventure Candle Company and Adventure Scents in a game while we were playing. So I was just
you handled the sense of smell,
John
and
did
I did
music.
the music.
And then a friend of ours handled the GM station, but. Anyhow, it was they're very cool products, and they, I believe, are local to Indianapolis because our friends recommended them. And they had theirs because they have a campfire one, I believe it was. And I think Matt said that they had theirs like on their fan, and it lasted about 6 months, which is quite a long time for. I mean, if you are like us, or I think most people that buy scented candles or scented wax melts and things for your home, that store-bought stuff does not generally last that long.
Or have really that strong a sense of smell.
Yeah, it doesn't have a
amazing.
Throw. This one, you can just open it, and the scent throw is pretty good without any kind of extra propulsion. And she actually said, we asked her how long she had sets last, like what kind of lifetime were we looking at on these. And she said that they were still using some from their Kickstarter, which had been 3.5 years ago or something like that.
Yep.
2.5, 3.5 years. And they were still using it. So as long as you keep the canisters are nice metal canisters that screw shut, and as long as you keep them sealed up and you don't just leave them out and smelling all the time, they seem to preserve they're kind of self-sustaining for quite a while. But we did get to talk to her, I believe. Gosh, I have business cards for all of these companies, and we'll put those in the show notes. But we did talk to her. John talked to her while I was purchasing things over on the side. So you may hear me purchasing things and smelling things while John's talking to her. But so here's our interview.
So hi, this is John back with Dice Voyeurs, and I am here today with
Jennifer Howlett.
And we are looking at y'all's product, which is the
Adventure Scents.
Adventure Scents. And so this is a new thing for me, myself getting it, tabletop, we talk about dice, we talk about lighting. I actually have a table where I do hue lighting, where I will change the lights for the scenes in the area, depending on things. But one of those things that I don't think people engage with enough is smell. And so why don't you tell me about y'all's product?
Well, these are scent special effects that are all based on adventure locations. So we have everything from an enchanted forest to a moldy crypt. And as you go from location to location in your RPG, you can pop open a new jar of these scents that work kind of like potpourri. It'll spread out to the area about the size of your gaming table. And when you're done with that scene, you can close it back up and move on to a new location.
So reusable. About how many uses do you think people would get out of it?
We still use the canisters that came as part of our Kickstarter 3 years ago. So as long as you keep them tight, like closed up when you're not using them, they've got a really long shelf life. It's just over time you'll notice you have to get in a little closer to smell them.
All right. And so, I'm seeing a whole different bunch of different products, and you are actually the person who's behind this.
Yes.
So tell me about that. I mean, as far as creation goes, what brought you into this?
Well, we were actually trying to get our kids really engaged in playing tabletop RPG with us, and so we were looking for sound effects and snacks that we could have at the table and all sorts of things to pull them away from video games into tabletop. And we thought, oh, surely someone sells some candles or something and some really cool smells that we can use for the tabletop. And at that point, there really wasn't anything. So if we wanted to go adventuring in some strawberry fields or a basket full of clean linen, then there were lots of options there. But if we wanted to go to a moldy crypt or a mummy's tomb or something that was really exciting, then there wasn't much out there. So we decided to try kickstarting it, got a really good response. We started with just 12 different fragrances. We've now expanded our line up to 60, and we have a few more here at PopCon, bringing us to, I think, 76 scents.
That is amazing. Yeah, and that's great. I mean, from what I'm seeing, almost all the scents here, I'm looking down the thing, it's all scenario based, and I think that is wonderful, because that especially if I'm changing lighting or changing the music for the scene, it's very easy just to pop open another can.
Yep, absolutely. So they're all based on locations, and some of them are going to be locations that are a little more common in a game, like a rowdy tavern. Some of them we just really loved a particular smell and just determined that we were going to make a location based around it, like the Mayan temple, for instance, has a really nice spiced Mexican cocoa in it that I enjoy. So
that's great. Absolutely. And so, what's the average cost on these for the most part?
So the jars are $15. We also sell smells in small sample packs for $5.
Okay. And y'all are touring with the con circuit? I mean, what conventions are y'all going around?
We are. This year we're going straight from here at PopCon to Origins, and then we're going to hit Gen Con later this year, and probably a few other little locals.
Yeah, we'll be back for Gen Con ourselves. So wonderful. And a few other local conventions. And as far as finding your product online, where do people need to go?
At www.adventuresense.com.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. I really enjoyed taking a look at y'all's products.
Thank you.
You've been listening to Dice Voyeurs. Please subscribe to get our episodes as soon as they release. For more information about us, check out PassionNerdly.com, at PassionNerdly on Twitter and Instagram, as well as Facebook.com/PassionNerdly. Also, if you're interested in supporting our show, look us up at Patreon.com/PassionNerdly. Once again, thank you for listening.
This has been a production of the Southgate Media Group. For more podcasts like this one, head over to SouthgateMediaGroup.com.